Hey there, comic colleagues and superhero supporters. Did you know that DC has their own version of the Silver Surfer? Did you know that he was defeated by the most incompetent Green Lantern in any galaxy? Well, if you didn't know, let me tell you about it. This bumbling battle takes place in Justice League America, issue 36. We begin this story atop a towering Pacific Island peak. At this peak sits a being from another world, trapped on the mad spinning sphere called Earth. He is known by many names. The most commonly used is Idiot, but we know this being as the Green Lantern Gnort. We learn that our daring dunce has taken Martian Manhunter's advice to take a hike, a very long hike, and that he has finally grown bored of traveling the world. After a brief moment of thought, Gnort decides that what he needs in his life is adventure, thrills, and danger. He concludes that the best way to get those things is by visiting his old pals, the Justice League. And with that, he shoots off into the sky. We then find ourselves on the distant planet Karen, where a prisoner classified as number 314-527 is being released from his confinement. While seeming to be a decent man, when he is told to give up his criminal pursuits, he promises with his fingers crossed behind his back. After the oblivious officer lets him pass, he's given back the equipment that was taken from him during his arrest. His gear is revealed to be cosmic skis and armor. Once he's suited up and reaches the planet's atmosphere, the convict shoots off into deep space. This is where the felon reveals his true identity as the Scarlet Skier. And with his newfound education and hyperbolic speeches taught to him by the MangaCon School of Melodrama, he shouts to the heavens that he will not rest until he gets revenge on the Green Lantern who defeated him, Gnort. We then find ourselves back on Earth at the New York Embassy of the Justice League International. Gnort has recently arrived. However, he isn't shown much of a warm welcome. From Oberon to Kilowog, no one seems to have time for the green furball. Even Martian Manhunter is not in the mood for a game of Chinese checkers with the Lantern. This leaves Gnort with no other option but to monologue while looking over the city streets. That is, until a reddish-pink object zips past him and crashes in the local park. Thinking that this is the opportunity he wanted, Gnort decides to investigate the crash. At the crash site, it is revealed to be the Scarlet Skier that fell from space. Although he tries to stay strong and give a dramatic speech, the Scarlet Skier breaks character when he realizes that he may have hurt himself. He also notices that his skis are shot to cosmic hell, meaning that he's trapped on Earth until he can get them repaired. Things only get worse for the skier when Gnort appears on the scene. The Green Lantern recognizes the skier, but can't quite put his finger on who he is. Before Gnort can remember, the skier springs into action and begins choking him. After a swift punch, Gnort fights back, slamming the skier into the subway station. Moments later, Mr. Miracle and Fire arrive on the scene to find Gnort being apprehended by an officer. The two Leaguers were going to let him get arrested, but the officer is extremely annoyed by Gnort, so he lets them handle the Lantern. Once back at the embassy, Gnort explains to the League who his archenemy, the Scarlet Skier, truly is. Gnort claims that he is a locator who zips around space, looking for suitable planets for his master. Once he finds a planet, he signals for his master's arrival. Who is the Scarlet Skier's master, you may be asking yourself? Well, he is none other than the great and powerful planetary designer, Mr. Nebula. Gnort goes on to explain that once Mr. Nebula arrives, he uses his terrain modifier to redecorate the whole planet until it reaches his standard of good taste. With everyone understanding the stakes, except for a skeptical Mr. Miracle, the team decides to track down the Scarlet Skier and end his cosmic criminal pursuits once and for all. Meanwhile, at the World Trade Center, we find the Scarlet Skier taking an elevator to the observation deck. He looks along the cityscape and judges the height of the building. He claims that there is only one way to salvage his honor, and then jumps off the building. At that very same moment, the League arrives on the scene and Gnort catches the skier. We then learn that SS was planning to kill himself. When Mr. Miracle inquires why, SS claims that his life has become a wreck and he himself is a cosmic laughingstock. And it's all because he was the only person that Gnort ever arrested. Feeling sorry for the poor man, Gnort tells him that he will help rebuild the skis and allow the skier to beat him in a fight fair and square. The two then fly off, leaving Miracle and Fire utterly confused. We later find Gnort and the Scarlet Skier sitting on a boulder looking out to sea. SS is infuriated because Gnort not only couldn't fix his equipment, but completely blew up the unit. The story ends with Gnort asking if SS wants to be his sidekick. The skier then refuses by pushing Gnort in the water. Well, there you have it. Gnort is incompetent, but the Scarlet Skier is even more so. If you enjoyed the video, it would be cool if you left a like. Also, be sure to subscribe for more comic coverage.